Hi guys, ito ba? My test. Wait, check sana akong YouTube. Ha? Nag-work. Nag-work na siya. Yes, it's working. Wait, another test. So hi guys, Corner din siya guys. So we're actually doing this live for myself, pero so, in case lang there are people na ganahan to watch sa akong summary. So karon today, I mean not today, yesterday lang siya. Nag-start na ko sa IA1. Yeah, nag-start ko sa IA1 ni valix. So start na siya. So good na din siya from chapter 1 up to IA3. So hi po, Christina. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Wala na daw go. Wait, sure. Wala daw go. Sige, mag-present na ako. Present.
We look forward to welcoming you back to Japan.
Present na
We
ko.
are committed to making your arrival as
Mana,
safe and
present na
smooth
ko.
as possible. Passengers go through temperature checks and take coronavirus tests.
No, tama ko
before
na tanong ka
leaving the
nag-live ko.
airport.
Start ko. Sorry guys for that extra. So, I'll just put ka na lang, the minute nga mag-start na ko sa ako ang review. Okay, so if you're watching this, God bless sa ato sa part. And hope na magpasaran ta. So, ato ibalik itong introduction, no? Ay, sa ako pa may i-check di ay nalimot na nun ko if ni-work ako ang sound. But I think nabati ni-work ako ang yeah, ni-work na siya. So, okay, hey, good day again, guys. This is Christopher Dodd, and I'm doing this live stream today para sa akong self. So, this is for my review for part qualifying exam. So, mag-live ko para lang I get to rewatch the video of me talking about sa akong summary. So, this is my summary, guys. IA1, again. IA1 na may start. So, chapter 1 na siya. Chapter 1, 2, 4, and 5. So, ni-skip ko sa chapter 3 kaya wala mo sa ito siya i-discuss. Kasi related naman sa siya sa chapter 2. Ay, chapter 2 ba? Yeah, basta, di-skip na ko ang chapter 3. So, chapter 1, 2, 4, and 5 ang ato ang i-discuss karon. So, I'll just show you my summary sa kanang 4 chapters and muna siya ako ang murag bantayan. Okay, so yeah, let's start guys. And I hope na maklaro na siya. So start na sa chapter 1 sa IA1 ni valix sa cash and cash equivalents. And yeah, welcome again to the overloaded review session. Charan na ni guys. So this is actually for myself pero bas hindi na mo watch, diba? Dagan yung extra yes, chika. Okay, so let's start na para kaning continuous na discussion. So if you are here, yeah, I can shout out kay adto ko sa Google Docs. Okay, so let's start. Starting now. Let's start. So again, let's begin with cash and cash equivalents. So as you can see here, guys, you have petty cash fund. So actually, I listed all some like all possible kind of accounts or like work statement. Yeah, we will gonna determine if it's included in your cash and cash equivalents or not. So more task yun siya, but somehow it is already like we analyze it. But if you really want to like kanang sinili kanang dili kayo kung ng taas nga or summary on cash and cash equivalents, this is it kaning akong show karon. So cash, I listed all the cash and the cash equivalent, and then you have the part of cash and cash equivalents, kanang nga mga funds, and those long-term investments ng mga funds. So that's for your cash and cash equivalents. But first, guys, let's begin here. I planned also, guys, to rearrange this on top, like classify this into two columns, included and those not included, but murag wala na lang to. and dili na lang sad siguro. Maybe later on, but karon nag-live naman jud ko, so dili na wala na ko time to rearrange it. So let's start with the petty cash fund. So petty cash fund, sorry guys ha, if kuan day kanang pasiuna. Sorry guys ha, if like maglibog ko kay murag nag-create ko ani nga murag summary and then wala pa nin ako na review or wala na ako na practice sa ano ko pag-report karon or pag-say sa kung sa. But let's just hope na makasabot ako dahil kaya ako mas nag-create sa summary o sa kaning list na akong report. Okay, so once again, begin. Petty cash fund. So petty cash fund is, always remember, appeal din na siya sa imuhang cash and cash equivalent. So it's included. Note, nasa tayo note, give nga deduct unreplenished petty cash vouchers and employee IOU. So let's say, hatagan kag petty cash fund niya. Pila imuhang petty cash fund nga included sa imuhang cash and cash equivalents is imong i-deduct ang unreplenished petty cash vouchers and employee IOU. Okay? Next is the cash in bank current account. Included na siya sa imong cash and cash equivalent. Cash in bank payroll account. Included na siya sa imong cash and cash equivalent. Usually, like, ang imong jud nung i-remember ni cash and cash equivalent is, ang cash and cash equivalents are current. So, if like ang liability nga imong isettle na like payroll account is current liabilities, so it's current. Okay. Ambot na basta more relate ang but sa tawagan ni Iya. No, sorry for that word. Basta mo-relate siya sa mo-relate siya sa liability or any kung ano mga isa to. If current pa siya or dili. Next is cash in bank sinking fund. Note is included if only ang utang na bayaran is due within 1 year and end of reporting period. So, ang sinking fund, dili ni siya jud appeal. Like, for long term man di ba? Ang sinking fund. Let's check here. Sinking fund is long-term investments, but there is a possibility nga sinking fund will be included. And that's it. If only ang utang na nabayaran kay due within 1 year from end of reporting period. Bayaran is due. So murag like mobayad ka cash in bank sinking fund mobayad ka nakiutang nga bayaran due na siya within 1 year at the end of reporting period. So ang cash sinking fund, cash in bank sinking fund, ma-apply na siya sa imuhang cash and cash equivalents. Next is cash on hand. So, di ba, more related siya if mo current ang liability. So, ma-apply na siya sa imong cash and cash equivalents. Now, cash on hand, I think this is very obvious nga apply dyan siya. But naatay ginote here nga, post-dated check included in cash sa mobayad. So, like, usually jud a lot of problems in the book and practical accounting nga naa-jud ang post-dated check. But the challenge there really is to identify kinsa ang mubayad. So, if ako ang mubayad, appeal dyan na ako sa akong cash ang post-dated check. So, unsa din yung post-dated check? So, let's say karon nga year, end of the year niya, ang nakasuwat sa date sa check is next year pa, man na siya post-dated check. Tama ba? Please tell me guys if na pa yung mga sayo. Just please comment down. Okay? So, post-dated check are included in cash sa mubayad. Remember ha? Sa mubayad. Post-dated checks appeal sa mubayad. Kaya let's say, ako ang bayaran niya, ikaw ang ikaw ang mubayad na ako. So, ako man ang bayaran, so, wala ilabot sa ako ang post-dated check. Sa imuha na, sa mubayad, appeal ang post-dated checks, ha? Okay? Next is cash in bank restricted account for planned additions and expected to be dispersed next year. Basta gani restricted ang cash sa naman sa definition ata and so the definition nato nga ma-current sa if restricted na siya dili na siya appeal. Okay, so restricted no. Next, treasury bills are assumed 3 months included. So if makakita ka sa problem nga treasury bills are ang gipot, usually ang kaning treasury bills magdepend gini siya sa when siya gi-purchase. Tama ba ni? Diba? But if there is no indication as to when, 3 months man dapat. So dapat 3 months. If within 3 months kani before maturity, kaya included na siya sa cash and cash equivalents. Tama ba? Treasury bill ako ba? But yeah, I think nga na. So if wala gani ang katong sa nini, kanang statement as to pila ka months siya before maturity ipalit. So assume 3 months kina siya. Nili lang ka treasure bill napatulayan niya katong mga kauban niya. May assume na to. Next is minimum balance included in cash if the account is unrestricted. Minimum balance included in cash if the account is unrestricted. I think kaning minimum balance included in cash if the account is unrestricted. Wait, wala lagi nina ako maput. Oh no. Wait sa guys ha, kay murag nalimutan lagi na ako lagi. Yun sana. Wala na ako nagbutangan. Sorry for that guys. Pasensya na. Igawang na ko. Ang korto. Nalimot ko kung ano. Wala ako nagbutangan ako. Wait lang muna guys. Teka lang muna, ha? Pasensya na. Asa man nilapit? Uy! Hindi, check sa kanina ba sina any view. Hi guys, shout out guys sa mga viewers. It's nice, I guess Hajud. Ako sa dyan kipangita guys. Sige ito may naman balance. Ay, okay. Kita na ko. Minimum balance is included in cash if the account is unrestricted. Minimum balance. Ay, note day ni siya. Sus, bugawi. Sorry guys for that. Okay, so, karon. Kabahan ako, okay. So, minimum balance is included in cash. So, apply siya sa cash. Kanyari na yung minimum balance required sa minimum balance required sa bank. So, apply na siya sa imuhang cash if ang account is unrestricted. So, the word this here is unrestricted. So, unrestricted gani ang account na minimum balance, it's part of cash. Okay? Next, moving on to current account, another bank. Let's say sa ka bank na siya ha. Overdraft. If overdraft gani not included, overdraft. Overdraft or katumaning mag-credit in yung account ito. But, pwede siya ma-offset if same ang bank and same ang account. So, bank overdraft, generally not included, but you can offset overdraft if same bank and same account. Next is money market placement. Well, money market placement is included. Next is a time deposit set aside for land acquisition next year, not included. Okay, na-I-word niya, set aside. So, land acquisition, land is current assets, diba? Tama ba? Next is cash in bank, demand deposit, included. Obviously siyang cash in bank demand deposit. Next is the time deposit, 30 days. Since it's 30 days, it's included. Then NSF check, not included. NSF check, not included yun na guys. NSF check. NSF check. No sufficient fund, tama ba na? So, NSF check gani, not included. NSF gani, negative na ang word. Negative ang pag-approach ani nga word. So, negative, so ano siya dapat. Next, money market placement due next 4 months. Since it's 4 months, not 3 months. Diba, 3 months on our record, so not included. IOU from an employee, not included. Pension fund, not included. Customer check dated next year, next year, not included. Ano gani? Customer check dated next. Okay. Post-dated check ni siya, guys. Di ba, customer man, so, di ba, kung ikaw ang mubayad, appeal sa imong cash. Since ikaw man ang bayaran, post-dated check man sa, so wala siya labot nimo. Sa katong mubayad, appeal siya sa iyang cash. Next is customer check outstanding for 18 months. Still, not included. Next is undeposited collections included. Cash in bank video checking account included. Next is undeposited NSF check received from undeposited NSF check received from customer not included as well. NSF, NSF, wala yung update yun na NSF, no? Undeposited check from customer dated next year. Gikan gyapon ni customer, next year ang date. So, post-dated check niya. Dili man ikaw mo bayad. So, wala siya labot. Okay? Next, cash in bank video fund for payroll. Appeal na siya. Payroll, more current liabilities. Next, kay cash in bank video money market. Instrument 90 days. So, since it's 90 days, that's 3 months, included na siya sa mga cash and cash equivalents. Next is cash in foreign bank restricted. Word yun, restricted. It's not included. Cash in bank video VAT account. Cash in bank video VAT account included na siya. Gusto word, makonfuse kasi masabot siya sa VAT account. Value-added tax account third one or not. But yeah, just remember guys, cash in bank video VAT account included din na siya. Checkbook balance included and delivered check payable to supplier and delivered check payable to supplier. So, undelivered checks. Wa pa na-deliver na check. So, appeal na siya. Wala pa guding mo na-deliver. So, napanin mo. So, appeal na siya sa mga cash and cash equivalent. So, once again, kay reminder guys, gani kay kung ano siya guys sa ato ni Cashify, included siya sa mga cash and cash equivalents. Okay? And guys, actually, kaning all the list here are this like all or somehow all the possible nga statement nga gamiton sa practical ni valix sa course siya gi-copy. So like para lang or mausa ang mga possible nga i-ask, then we can identify as to which asa nato i-classify included ba siya or not. Next, kay check John, payable to petty cash. Draw ka, payable to petty cash. Included in petty cash, replenishment na siya. Payable to petty cash. Okay. So, more replenishment na siya, guys. So, withdraw ka, money, para ibayad sa mga petty cash. So, it's like a replenishment. So, included na siya sa imuhan. Petty cash. And petty cash is included in your cash and cash equivalent. Next is NSF check. Okay, ang kuan day guys, if di ko sure, sa akong na-remember, petty cash includes your coins and currencies and your replenishments. So, kaning your replenishment ni siya. Check John payable to petty cash. Next is NSF check cleared before end of year. So since na-clear naman siya, though NSF siya, di ba, as atong nebuhan kaya ng NSF, kay wala dyan na ilabot sa cash and cash equivalents. But since cleared mo siya before the end of the year, included siya in the checkbook. How good available siya, kay cleared na siya. Charlotte. Okay? Next is cash in checking account, included. Cash in money market account, included. Assumed 3 months. Okay? Basta, laking gani ang statement nga ano yung like di ba mo mag-wait mo tayo 3 months ni sila kaning money market account. I-assume na to siya nga 3 months if wala statement as to 3 months or as to ang date or pila kang months. Treasury bill purchased 3 months before maturity included. Time deposit purchased 4 months before maturity not included. 4 months naman siya. Okay. Next is so, kanilang mga 3 months nga qualification, guys, kay adura din siya sa katong money market account or money market placement, treasury bill, time deposit. Katong mga uban nga mga cash, kay di na ta magagat sa 4 months, sa 3 months nga classification. Next, cash in bank payroll account. Kaya di na ta magagat 3 months. Included yun na siya. Next is fund cash. So, di ba, wa dyan ni siya labot ang sinking fund. Ang ganihan, napil ang sinking fund ra kay there is specification nga ang ibayaran daw ni mga liability is next year na siya sa reg. Basta June na siya within next year. And within 1 year at the end of the reporting period or end of this reporting period. But generally, sinking fund cash no not included dyan na siya sa cash and cash equivalent. Demand deposit included. Demand deposit. Demand deposit included. Demand deposit. Certificate of deposit not included. No, 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 no. Included ni siya. Okay. Cash equivalent na niya, diba? Yeah, certificate of deposit is cash equivalent. Please tell me gasip sa'yo. I think cash equivalent ni siya, so included ni siya na mali raguro ko. Next is post-dated customer checks. Since again, customer gikan, siya mo bayad, siya ang mo bayad, dili ikaw ang mo bayad. So walay labat sa inyo. Petty cash fund included, traveler's check included, manager's check included, money order included, cash ni sila. Commercial paper, wait, again, balik ta sa certificate of deposit. I think namali ako ni. Included dun ni siya, or cash equivalent ni siya. So na ako, i-put na here. So this. See, certificate of deposit is cash equivalent. So, included siya sa cash and cash equivalent. We're gonna stop there. Certificate of deposit. Traveler's check, appeal na siya sa cash and cash equivalent. Manager's check, cash and cash equivalent. Money order, included. Commercial paper purchased 3 months before. It's guessing. Commercial paper purchased 3 months before maturity, okay, included kay 3 months. So, open ng commercial paper. Commercial paper, more na siya sa money market placement ata. Next is the government treasury bills purchased 3 months before maturity, included. Share investments are not included, okay? They don't have any maturity daw. I'm not sure. So, memory but nakasya sa akong brain. So, ang gisay lang. Compensation balance is part of cash if not legally restricted, otherwise not included. So, yung compensation balance, kung ba ni katong balance nga required sa bank, if not legally restricted gani, or it means unrestricted, it's included of cash. And if it is restricted, so naalagay yung word nga restricted, wala labot. Okay. So, unrestricted gani ang compensation balance after sa cash. Word na ata, ani, diba? Muni katong gilibugan ka ganiya nga. Note nga, wala na ko nabutangan og something sa second column. Mo ba ni siya? There, kani. Kani, minimum balance included in cash if unrestricted. So, basically, pareha na siya. Mula na siya ato. So, compensation balance nga not legally restricted or unrestricted, appeal na siya sa imong cash. Yeah. Same cash and cash equivalents. Part of cash. Next is a time deposit in bank closed by BSP, not included kani. Time deposit in bank closed by BSP, not included. Petty cash contains coins and currency, replenishment check, katong withdraw ka niya. Ibayad mo para sa petty cash. Replenishment na siya. Check drawn by entity to order of the petty cash custodian. So, kana still a replenishment na guys. So, murag, ingana na gani ang statement, replenishment na siya. And or may yung kag check drawn to the order of the custodian representing her salary. So, kani uso sa akong makonfuse. Okay, representing your salary, appeal ba na as replenishment? Yes, replenishment na siya, guys. Okay, so part na siya sa atong petty cash. And part na siya sa atong cash and cash equivalent. So, guys, mura na siya tanan. I'm not sure, hopefully tanan. Or di no, like, ako dyan gisubay bito, ang practical valix. And muna siya ang like all na statements na ginayuse nga atong i-identify if included ba siya sa cash or not. Included ba siya sa cash and cash equivalents or not. So, kani siya man ni siya tanan actually gilist na ko. In case balikon sa teachers, hopefully, mga questions sila their problems. O words and statements, and dili na nila somehow i-paraphrase. Okay? Now, to my short summary. Kaganahan kay short summary na dyan sa cash and cash equivalents. Muna ni siya. tuka table. We list down all the cash in it. So all the cash includes kay na magbi problem nga is say pila ang cash equivalent. So now we have to know which one is cash and which one is cash equivalent. A cash includes cash in checking account, that's cash. Cash in bank current payroll or payroll account, that's cash. Cash on hand, that's cash. Checkbook balance, that's cash. Undelivered check, that's cash. Demand deposit, that's cash. Petty cash fund, that's cash. Traveler's check or manager's check, that's cash. And money order is cash. Saving account is cash. And change fund is cash. Wala ako kita ni sa book and change fund practic. But naa siya sa akong notes before. I don't know this ako ani but murag basta na ang change fund is cash. Okay? Next, cash equivalent but hindi gamito na siya sa like atong exam no okay wala siya sa book yan okay one yata asa na dapat but change fund is cash mo nasa ko notes hopefully wala sa ko notes so if ganahan mo follow na ako so at your own risk guys. Next is cash equivalent. We have treasury bills and money market placement. So, muna na siya ako ang commercial paper, time deposit, and certificate of deposit. So, more to siya ang cash equivalents na. Treasury bills, money market placement, time deposit, and certificate of deposit. Next is a part of cash and cash equivalents. We have PCF, PT Cash Fund, Payroll Fund, Travel Fund, Interest Fund, Dividend Fund, and Tax Fund. Those are part of cash and cash equivalents. While kaning the rest sa other column, wala nilabot sa cash and cash equivalents. These are long-term, like sinking fund. But it was mentioned above sa atong this kanang discussion nga pwede siya ma-included once iyang isettle nga liability is 1 year due 1 year at the end of the reporting period. Tama ba? Basta, more ni current ng liability nga iyahang bayaran out sa sinking fund. Tama ba? Please tell me guys if I'm wrong. Next is preference share redemption fund. That's a long-term contingent fund, long-term insurance fund, and fund for PPE. PPE long-term, obviously. So that's long-term again, so not part of cash and cash equivalents. So that sums up the cash and cash equivalents sa book. Now let's move on to bank reconciliation. Pero wait guys, before tayo proceed sa bank reconciliation, let's check if na ini-watch na to. Check ko sa akong stream here, if na ini-tanan ako. One watching, so okay. Ako gani siya ako ang ini-tanan guys na. Anyways, since ako pa man wala ko na sa tao, but this is actually for myself. So, para ma-view na ako. Ano sa kong nakita na lang, guys? Inaw sa kong milk tea, guys, ha? Namukhaan sa kong potato fries pa ni. Karinage kayo. Sponsored ni Skian channel. So, humana ka sa cash and cash equivalents. Now, we're moving on to bank reconciliation. So, bubura kayo ang bank reconciliation, guys. And I think, hopefully, everything na yun akong na-list down here na possible na to i-consider when it comes to bank reconciliation. Isubay na ako ang practical, actually. Ani. And hopefully nga, with this, we can solve everything about bank reconciliation. So, we just have to remember this table. Kamay ratid siya, no? Gusto ba ng bank recon? Shout out to Lee. Wait na kayo. Anyways, let's continue guys. I know. Wait ako eh. Madali lang yun. God bless. Ako na sa ding butangan og description. Ako ipot sa description ang asa ang minutes na nag-start ano. So like sa cash equivalent, sa bank recon, sa AR accounts receivable and sa what do you call this one? Sa AR and sa sa last estimated doubtful accounts. Hmm. Okay, wait sa hangin sa Okay, great. So start sa bank reconciliation. Now, starting to bank reconciliation. So once again, this is like somehow this entire summary of bank reconciliation. I think so, and I hope na I already included everything here for bank recon. Ano na inanubra nga rin ang column? So naku nalimtan ba? Naku na-delete. Please, I hope wala ra. Wait sa guys ha, ako sa i-recheck ha para sure. Wala ko nalimtan dira nga part kay asa na ba ang bank reconciliation? Proceeds, interest earned on note, and interest income or interest paid, plus unrecorded customer check. Sakto ba eh? So you pwede ba kung tayo kung nagdarang ako nalatang. Anyways, final na yun. Let's start the bank reconciliation. So this is the summary for the bank reconciliation so far. Ako, and I hope I included everything na. So with this, I hope we can interpret and solve every problem na when it comes to bank reconciliation. So I listed all the book and the bank reconciling items on my interpretation. So book reconciling items include like muna siya ang formula. Usually mag-begin or like ang problem is ihatag ang kani the unadjusted book balance or the balance per book say na siya muna siya ang trick kasagaran guys malibog na ta guys if like kung sa iyang gi-ask ka problem what is the balance per book ang gi-ask niya na is the unadjusted one. The cash balance per ledger, that's the unadjusted one. So that's the unadjusted balance of the book. Okay? Unadjusted balance of the book. So mo ni pinakauna, pinaka-top. Always remember natics. Okay? Plus credit memos and minus debit memos. But yeah, so you have to remember that. Nga i-add ang credit memos, i-deduct ang debit memos. Okay? Add credit, deduct debit memos. But kani yung listed below muni ang more detailed and mo'y atong ma-remember sa atin. So i-add ang credit memos that includes i-add nato ang proceeds of note collected. Book ni siya. Atong i-adjust ang book para ma-adjusted na siya. Like, ato siyang i-equal sa itong bank balance. Ato i-correct ang mga pagkakamali ni, ni books, guys. So, proceeds of note collected, add. Interest earned on note, i-add na siya. Okay? And interest income, interest paid, added. Unrecorded customer check, added. Deduct debit and memos. Okay, once sa process pa ko sa recorded customer check. Add ni mo kay wala ko nimo na record nga check eh. So added yun na siya guys, no. And next is NSF check, deducted. These are debit memos, deduct mo na siya. NSF check, NSF kani. Diba mag negative jud akong approach ani NSF eh. So NSF check, DAF, deduct. Bank service charge, deducted. And next is add book error. Nasubraan ang check drawn nga na record. So, i-add ni mo balik kay alang nga na nasubraan ni mo hang na record sa imong na check like nasubraan ni mo na IBAN. Nasubraan ni mo na IBAN. Supposedly imong IBAN is 5 ra 10 imong na IBAN. Amor imong na record ba 5 ra jud na IBAN actual niya. 10 ang na record. So, i-add back ni mo ang sayop ni mo nga detadanan na IBAN. Next is book error. Book error is at customer check overstated. Customer check overstated. Okay, so si customer ni hatag nimo nasubraan imong na record. Diba? Nasubraan imong na record so i-deduct nimo nanubra. Di man tumaod jud imong cash. Diba? Or balance imong kwarta. Next is book error na sad nakuwangan ang check nga drawn nga na record. So, ning withdraw na sad ka, iba na nimo imong cash. Ni nakuwangan imong ni records. 10 gani atong baliw na sad. 10 gid imong naiban, but 5 ra mo na record. So, imo tong i-deduct pag yun ang nakuwang imong deduction, diba? Next is unrecorded customer check. Add. Balik-balik eh. Naman i-deliverable. But anyways, next. So, more na to siya tanan, hope na akong work na check na possible when it comes to book reconciliation. Adjusted balance na yun, may icons adjusted balance. Now, let's moving on to bank reconciling. Unadjusted bank, una, or the balance per bank, that's unadjusted again. Meaning, what is the balance per bank? Unadjusted na siya. Usually guys, like ang problem mo ask you, what is the balance per bank? Pero ang given niya is ang kani and then or kani ba ang adjusted sa ang adjusted. I-work back ka siya guys. So like let's say wala pa jud ta sa adjusted pod, but naa ni siya, naa ang book na unadjusted. Wala ni ang unadjusted sa balance kay mo gi-ask. Wala sa dang adjusted. Equal ni silang duha dapat. Adjusted balance ang book sa bank. I-compute nimo ang book reconciling ma-adjusted. Na naka-adjusted. Once na naka-adjusted, i-work back ka siya nimo. Pasaka na sa imong formula or ako nimo nga adjusted. So katong everything added, i-deduct na nimo and everything deducted, i-add back na nimo. So we're adjusted balance. So i-add man nimo nga error, so i-deduct na siya. I-add nimo, i-deduct na siya. Kani i-deduct man nimo earnest bank credit. I-add na siya para makuha na to ang unadjusted one. So now, proceeding to the bank reconciling. Right now. So una, mag-begin dyan na sa unadjusted bank balance per bank, katong unadjusted one. Nya, ato may adjust, so para makuha na to ang adjusted. Following are adjusting ng mga accounts. So, deposit in transit added, yun na siya. Always remember deposit in transit added, guys, okay? Outstanding checks to be paid pa. So, deducted na siya. Outstanding checks, excluding certified checks. So, exclude daw ang certified checks. Because usually, outstanding checks, na problems kung mo say nga, na with certified checks, like let's say 10 pesos outstanding check. Certified check is 5 pesos. So, wala ilabot ang 5 pesos. So, we're outstanding checks na 10 minus sa certified checks, 5 na lang ang outstanding checks nga nakabilin. Okay? Next is erroneous bank credit deducted. Bank credit gani deducted yun na siya. Bank credit. Erroneous bank credit deducted. While erroneous bank debit added. Okay? Added. Next is bank error, check of another entity erroneous charge. Nahog ni siya kuan, murag na iba na nimo tama ba? Murag bank debit ni siya o murag bank debit murag na na debit ni mga account supposedly dili. Basta kay 'di ba like sa another entity man ang check so dapat dili sa imong iimban. Nya naiban man sa bank so ila i-unblock. So, yes. And lastly, the note for the bank account. Payment of check stopped because pay cannot be located. It shall be ignored. So, when there is problem nga mo put say nga si pay di na malocate na ay payment of check nga dili malocate si pay ignored na siya. Wala na siya labot sa computation. Okay. And yeah, we're done with we're done with bank reconciliation tricks. Wala mo kay viewers on oy. Wala kay viewers guys. So, mas wala pa minute and how's that cool? Live tan bricks. Ubo na lang man. Dali na nandiyan ni guys. Ito na lang diwas ng para makapahuway na na. Ito na, lahos na ni. Mug na, di na kayo na ako ang dati. But anyways, iwaso na dyan na ito guys. But wait, saan saan ka dali guys? Alam mo isa. Cheese at pizza eh. Anyways, let's move on to di na kayo na ako. Yun na lang. Para enjoy na dyan ko sa akong mga photography. Iwasan na nato next. Okay, AR na lang o estimated the full accounts kay ang NR o LR wala pa ni nako na finish ang LR dyan. Ang NR okay na ni but wala pa ako try to solve kayo. It's practical so next na po na siyang live. So now AR and estimated doubtful accounts na lang. Let's go. So for the AR, so I listed this again, more somehow itong formula and basis. Like if kayo lang gitaan ni ma-picture out ni nato more memorize ni nato siya. So at this one, I'm sure nga makasolve ka. Hope. Okay, but yeah, it's really important sad nga makasabot ka sa problem kay the rest are understanding na dyan. As long as you have these formulas, yeah, okay, I have these formulas, but you also have to understand the problem para masakto yung answer. So to get, I put here, and saan na to pagkuha. First is to get the credit sales, like, what's the formula to get the credit sales? So it's just beginning inventory plus purchases, it would equal to gas. Okay, then gas minus ending inventory is your COGS. Then COGS plus gross margin is gross sales. Minus cash sales is credit sales. Okay, so again, to get the credit sales is inventory beginning plus purchases is equal to gas minus the ending inventory equal to COGS plus gross margin is the gross sales minus cash sales is equal to credit sales. To get the net NR, we have AR beginning plus credit sales of the current year minus collections, minus sales return, and minus write-off. Again, to get net NR, we have AR plus the AR beginning plus credit sales, minus collections, minus sales return, minus write-off. And for NRV, this one for NRV, and net AR, deduct year-end allowances of AR, sales return, and discounts. That would equal your NRV. Another term for NRV, guys, is amortized cost of AR or the carrying amount of AR. NRV na siya. Amortized cost of AR, carrying amount of AR, NRV na siya, guys. So, NRV, gani, na i-deduct na niyo mga allowances. So, more na siya, more, kuha niya, difference sa net AR. Net AR is wala gideduct ang allowance, but ang NRV is gideduct ng mga allowances sa imong sales return, allowance for AR or doubtful accounts, and discounts. But there is a note. Allowance is reduced by write-off. Allowance is reduced by write-off. So, like, ano siya ang year-end, ang thought. Year-end allowance is equal to estimated allowance minus the write-off. And kaning year-end allowance na to, muna ni siya ang atong i-deduct sa net AR. Okay, i-deduct na natong write-off. Najiba. Diba guys? So basically, if wala ni mo i-deduct ang write-off, like continuous ra imong pag-solve, wala write-off ha, like AR, credit sales, minus collections, minus sales return, minus the year-end allowances. Year-end allowance, no, not year-end allowance, but the required allowance. Minus the required allowance. Lagi, year-end allowance, na required allowance, dili required allowance. Oh no, nalibog na ko. Ay, nako, I think if na ay problem mo, maka tuyok-tuyok ko, but basta kay allowance nimo na ang appeal ang write-off, like mag-cover ang write-off sa imong allowance, mo siya akong gininata. Then year-end allowance is equal to estimated allowance. Sakto lagi, estimated allowance. Okay mo ni imong allowance ko around 50. Then i-deduct ni mga write-off. So of course, ang nakabilin sa imong allowance is muna lang ni. Sakto lagi. Year-end allowance. And year-end allowance mo na siya deduct mo sa net AR. Hindi na nato to i-worth it kasi basta kay compute the net AR. Once you have the net AR, you compute the year-end allowance. And year-end allowance is estimated allowance minus write-off. So net AR minus the year-end allowances is your NRV. Next, notes. Ano niya akong notes? Current assets under trade and other receivables always deduct allowances. Okay, and add claim receivable against shipper, etc. So if ipa-compute ang trade and other receivables, i-deduct dyan na ang allowances. The current assets mo, ask ni current assets under trade and other receivables. More na siya net. So deduct ang allowances. And i-add na to ang claim receivable because that's part of the current assets under trade and other receivables. Next is the non-current AR. Is a credit deposit. So credit deposit is non-current. Then recovery of accounts written off, no effect on AR because it's offsetting. However, there you consider the following instances. If collections of accounts written off in prior year, customer credit was not re-established, wala na siya labot. Okay, basta in prior year, collection of accounts written off in prior year, wala na siya effect. However, if statements say accounts written off but recovered, it is added back. Pero libog kayo siya ka na sabto, no? Ibingani lang. Pero I think if na ay problem, word masambot. I feel na ko word na-confuse sa goan ni Goro. But anyways, guys, I suggest you no, I nili I suggest buhatin mo jud din mag-solve sa kuan, solve problem about ani. So yeah, laban lang. Dahil lang tag-ex. Okay. Next kay NRV of AR includes only AR named accounts. NRV of AR included AR named accounts kay namang gay problem nga mo ask og NRV. NRV jud guys of AR, yung NRV of AR AR accounts ra jud kaning subscription receivable, other advances from customers, other kinds of receivable. Walay labot. Those only that are AR named accounts. Okay. Next is credit balance of AR not deducted in computation of AR. So let's say na credit balance imong AR, di na siya nimo deduct. Credit AR dili deduct. Nakahibog na akong dyan. Sige lang. Charge sales are AR. Ang term nga charge sales AR na siya. Okay, now last summary. Trade AR includes and non-current receivables. Non-current receivables include subscription receivables, deduct collections on subscription. If mo ask of non-current receivables, i-deduct na nimo mga collections, of course, kaya iba na nimo receivables. So, includes non-current receivables and subscription receivables and deposit on contract. Those that are trade AR include trade AR assigned or unassigned, trade installments receivable excluding finance charge. If may finance charge, i-deduct na siya sa trade installments receivable. Okay, then trade AR from officers, trade accounts on which post-dated checks are held, post-dated checks from customers is AR. Of course, it's receivable. But, lalawad sa cash and cash equivalents. Tama ba? Yeah. Next is include other receivables, including other receivables. Claim receivable, deduct collection and carrier claim, advance to suppliers, also like other receivables. Now, last na yun, estimated mabura kayo, padayon na to kayo para main na itong live. As na ta, estimated of accounts. Para makumana sa itong live, kaya more akong pagkaon, no? Kaya pinapanos na. Okay. Now, starting next with estimated Doubtful accounts. Once again, I will just put in the description of when and start. As to which topic to start. Okay. Estimated Doubtful accounts. Always remember that aging of AR and percentage of AR or percentage of AR method, computed allowance represents the required ending allowance. Kanito siya, like, muna siya ang somehow akong need nga i-remember when it comes to estimated Doubtful accounts. Naayin mo 3 ways on how to estimate Doubtful accounts. That's aging of AR and percentage of AR and percentage of sales method. Bas ang aging of AR and percentage of AR method, same sila. Kunwari, i-compute ang allowance. Basta kaya baka mo compute na sa pag-compute ng allowance. Aging of AR. Ang imong i-compute nga allowance is already the required ending allowance. Muna siya ending allowance na required. And then ang percentage of sales method, let's say, sa imong sales nga 50,000, 10% ana is 10% may allowance. Ang kasabot ana is dili ang required ending allowance, but under percentage of sales method, that's already your DAE or doubtful accounts expense. Okay, doubtful accounts expense. Other term for NRV is carrying amount of AR. Tama na akong being mentioned above. And kanina dyan, muna dyan siya ang pinaka somehow nga ako dyan i-remember ang formula nga akong feel na ko very important and para ma-derive na lang na to ang other things and stuff. Okay? So, first kay ADA. ADA is allowance for doubtful accounts beginning plus recovery plus DAE. DAE, naasay other way on how to solve DAE kay in case na yung mga problems nga lisod kayo yan. So, mga pag-solve ang DAE, like, wala tayo write-off, recovery, ADA. But, we have the required allowance and the debit balance in allowance before adjustment, or the debit balance in allowance. You just simply add required allowance plus debit balance of the allowance. You have DAE already. Okay? So again, formula is the allowance doubtful accounts beginning plus recovery plus DAE minus write-off is your ADA end allowance established or the required allowance So, muna ni siya, guys, ang end. Muna ni siya ang i-mean sa ibabaw, di ba? Required allowance, muna required allowance. Under aging, AR, and percentage of AR, required allowance, or ang allowance niya mong i-compute is already your ADA end. Okay? However, under percentage of sales method, ang imong i-compute is DAE, kani, this one, DAE, not the ADA end. Okay? Nasa tay allowance sa sales return. So, may problem there sa book, sa practical ni valix. Okay? So, kapag compute ni mo ato gid kay allowance beginning, same beginning, then plus estimated allowance minus actual sales return is equal to allowance of sales return ending. Word na I remember, guys. Next is kani siya nga following problems ngayon try to solve 19-6 para more isa libog ni siya more need of analyzation, so try to solve it, guys. Next, historical bad debt loss percentage. Let's say na ang problem mo say nga historical bad debt loss ang imong gamiton nga percentage for your allowance. So ano mo na pag-compute ang percentage, it's just basically write off minus recoveries divide credit sales. That's your percentage already. And remember, this write-off is the summation ni siya kay historical, so like daghan ngayong years. So i-add na yung na write-off, recoveries, minus recoveries, and over credit sales. But you gotta remember kung unsa ka date ang i-ask kay. Kasi imo gi-apilogad ang katong date nga wala rin labot sa mong salian, but basta ka prior year, historical, amrag previous, di ba? Note, summation ang pag-compute, okay? Summation of write-off, so prior years, like historical, minus recoveries over credit sales is your percentage. And you have the percentage already multiplied by your AR, or kung unsa year requires a problem, that's your required allowance. So I have put here, try to solve 20-1, 20-3, 20-5 in practical accounting 1 of valix kay where complicated na siya somehow para na and it needs analyzation, so you just try to practice there. Ana, but the rest game word masolve gid siya out of this formula nga akong giput. Kanina gid siya word is medyo mas nice word try yung mas sining ang problem. And lastly is the notes. They have charge amount to bad debts expense, charged amount to bad debts expense. Makita ni kag word niya, charged amount to bad debts expense. It decreases working capital. Okay, but katong uban di na to decrease sa working capital, like write-off. Write-off no effect on working capital, offsetting on current assets. But charge amount of bad debt expense decreases working capital. Basta nai-ask ba like sa effect sa working capital. So kanang charge amount to bad debt expense or like DAE, it decreases working capital. However, write-off do not decrease or like no effect on working capital. And yes, we're done, guys. So we're done with estimated doubtful accounts, with AR, with bank recon, and the cash and cash equivalents. See you na sa next na to nga live stream. So sa third mag 1 hour to 2 minutes before mag 1 hour. So ato na lang ni 1 hour. Mag 1 hour ako na i-off ng live. Bugnaw na antahan ako. Milk. Hindi na kayo bugnaw. Nahilis na kayo. Yeah. Hindi ako mababas sa 1 hour kasi. Let's end the live na. Thank you so much, guys, and God bless us all. Goodbye. Or masing sa song. What do you think? What do you think, Fritz? Sing pa kag song or taman kanta pa or ano? So that's it for now, guys. See you sa next session. Char. Goodbye. I'll just put this in the description when nag-start word review somehow. So forget chapters natin kita ko today. Okay, goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Ano, 1 hour na video. Pila na lang ka seconds. Okay. Baka that's it. And broadcast.